Hey guys, me again. I'm here this time to make a video for you about not taking things personally. Why? Because my angel's been working with me so I don't take things personally. I finally reached that. Woo! But it took me a long time. I'm hoping that I can explain it in a way that makes it simplified for you. It isn't really anything I can give you tools for. It's more of an understanding, and once you understand it, you understand that it's kind of pointless. There's no reason to be taking anything personally. So first of all, I'm going to explain to you what it does when you take things personally. And okay, so essentially we're all energetic beings. We're just a little tiny section of consciousness, the consciousness that existed at the very beginning. So you're a little tiny piece of all of the parts, so you're not missing anything, which makes you God. It makes you pure, unconditional love. It makes you pure energy. Pure energy is like a helium balloon. It naturally migrates up. But unfortunately, when you were placed into a body and you were born, you started learning from society that you are not who you are, and you were given experiences and labels to keep you weighed down and keep you from your power. And that is where you are right now. You are wanting to rise up, but you have all of these experiences that are keeping you weighed down. And so, because you keep taking things personally, and you can imagine all of the things that you've taken personally, you've kept and stored, because that's how it works. You don't just take it personally and it goes away. You take it personally and you absorb it in your mind and in your body and in your spirit. So not taking things personally is a huge step in spirituality and raising your vibration. And I'm hoping that by me explaining how my angels, my angel's been working with me, and it took me a long time to figure this out, but I'm hoping that the way that I learned it, I can simplify it for you so that it's easier for you and you can start leveling up, because this one's huge. Once you release all of the stuff you've been kicking personally, you're going to be vibrating super high. Okay, so that's why you need to not take it personally. It's really heavy and dense energy, and it's not, doesn't go with the plan that you have to raise up. Okay, so and things that you take personally can be positive or negative, but there really isn't either. It's just a description for you to explain better, because everything is always good. It's always for your highest benefit. But first we'll talk about taking compliments personally, because you're not expecting that, but you shouldn't take them personally. Why? Because you need to understand that you are a piece of God. You're a piece of perfection. You just the way you are. You shouldn't be relying on compliments and boosting of your ego, because that is actually low vibe, and the goal is to remove the ego. The ego is a tool. It's gotten you safely to where you are right now, but you don't need any of those survival skills anymore, so you can release them. And part of releasing the ego is understanding you don't need the acceptance and approval of others. It should always be a blessing. Like I said before, just think of yourself as a beautiful cake. Everything around you should accent it and beautify your life, and nothing else. And the approval and everything shouldn't be making your cake. It shouldn't be making you feel worthy at all. You shouldn't need any of that. It should just be an accent, okay? So we need to not take things personally anymore. Give gratitude, always give gratitude, and feel it in your heart, absolutely, but do not rely on those. Do not get dressed and hope for compliments. Do not do something nice and hope for something in return. Remember, we must give always with no expectations, and we must receive with no expectations as well. Okay, so now we get skipped to the why to not take negative things personally, and this is where the bad luggage comes in. We need to not take things personally badly because of the energy. If you think of a couple of times where someone might have accidentally bumped into you, and before when you were less conscious, or even now, you might react negatively and freak out and yell at them for bumping into you. Why? That's because where you are consciously. That's where you are on the level of consciousness. That's where you are on the on the scale of loving yourself. You're not a very happy person. As you move up the scale and do your work, you're going to vibrate higher. The more you release of the negative thoughts and traumas, the higher you're going to vibrate. So you can do as much of the work as you want, but if you're not doing the shadow work, releasing stuff, it's going to still keep you weighed down. You've got to do the shadow work, and it's going to give you the biggest boost. The other stuff doesn't matter if you cannot release this stuff. So, the basis of what I have understood is that everyone always is expressing how they feel at that given moment to everyone around them. They might have a small little mask or makeup, but that still doesn't hide who they are. We cannot hide who we are. We cannot hide where we are on the scale of consciousness for very long. We just need to watch or be watched. As soon as someone's watching you, it doesn't take long before they can see. The higher you are, the more love you give to everyone. The lower you are, the more sheltered and closed up and angry and afraid and ashamed and guilty you are. So all you have to do is listen to the words of those people, and you'll see where they are spiritually. And you need to understand that everyone is a mirror. Everyone. And some of us are, the higher you vibrate, the more of a mirror you are to others. So when you go about your day, pay attention, stop being aware of yourself for a moment, and pay attention to your interactions with others. Watch their eyes, and watch their body language, and watch their physical actions, not just the way they move, but their demeanor, and all of it. Our being is encompassed by all of this, and it cannot be hid at all. Once you vibrate high enough, you can actually see and feel and hear and smell the energy of others, and it's really cool. But until that point, all you have to do is watch. And people engage how they feel. So it's something to be wary of. But it's pretty exciting, because this is actually a huge key to happiness, because nothing is personal. You can see when you meet someone that is high vibration and they're full of love, don't be jealous, just be inspired, because this is the way of the new world. This is where we're all heading, and this is a world of pure unconditional love and pure intentions. And so you need to be inspired by these people. And then when you see people that are lower vibration, you need to give them compassion and unconditional love, because we're in a time of awakening where everyone is awakening in waves. Everyone, it doesn't matter how high or low vibration they are, everyone has the free will to start waking, and we're going to see a lot of people waking up, even the low vibe ones. So when you have a low vibe person reaching out to you and doing something kind, do not question it. Do not question it, because the universe has your back, and kindness is a blessing. Even when someone is kind and they have ulterior motives, it is still a blessing to whoever is receiving it. So you need to keep that in mind. Nothing is worthy of taking personal. Nothing is worthy of taking that negative energy and holding on to it, because the only person that's hurting is you. You need to release it. So in understanding this, you're going to stop in the future allowing people's negativity to enter your vibrational energy, and it's just going to bounce right off. And once you start putting that into practice, don't get angry. You need to control your emotions, because when you can't control your emotions, you can't control yourself. And if someone else can control your emotions and trigger you, they're in control of you. And moving up the vibrational scale is controlling your emotions. It's a habit. It's essentially a habit. And all you have to do is practice, and it gets easier. So when you understand that, you're also going to be able to look back in your past at all the things that you're holding on to, and you can release it. You can understand that whatever happened to you, what they did to you, was a reflection of where they were consciously at that time, and they were trying to make you feel how they feel. And that's actually another video. When people are making you triggered and frustrated, yes, you need to go inward and figure out why you're being triggered, but people make you feel how they feel about themselves, especially children. Children don't have the ability to mask it as well as adults do, but even adults, you just have to watch them and the truth will come out. You will see what kind of people you're with. And yeah, I really, really hope that this makes sense. Please leave feedback, because if this doesn't make sense, I gotta rethink this and change it. But I believe that this is how you're going to be able to stop taking things personally, and it's freedom that I can't even put words to, but it's amazing and beautiful. Anyways, I love you guys oh so much. It hurts sometimes. I'm so excited because you guys, this is gonna level you up exponentially. So, blessings on your journey. Namaste. Don't forget how much we love you. You are loved infinitely and unconditionally.